There are things in life you regret revealing. I learned this too late. Words, they're like toothpaste. Once you squeeze them out, you can't shove them back in. I've watched friendships crumble, marriages fall apart, and opportunities slip away, all because someone said too much. Words have power. They can build you up or break you down. When you reveal too much, you're giving people ammunition, sometimes against you. Today, I want to share 5 secrets you must keep to yourself, things that once you say them out loud, you can never take back. Let's begin. Years ago, I had a dream, something I'd been thinking about for a long time. It was a vision that kept me awake at night, filling my mind with hope and possibility. I could see it so clearly, almost as if it was already real. I shared it with a friend, hoping for support. Instead, I got doubt and skepticism. Their words weren't just cautious, they were dismissive, as if my dream was too big for someone like me. That doubt seeped in, and soon, their words became my reality. I let that dream slip away, not because it was impossible, but because I started to believe it was. The weight of their disbelief was heavier than I expected. People don't always want to see you win. Your excitement can highlight their insecurities. Sometimes, your ambition reminds others of what they haven't done, and that can make them uncomfortable. When you talk about your plans before you've done them, you invite critics and doubters. Some will try to talk you out of it just because they can't imagine it for themselves. They project their own limitations onto you, not realizing your path is different. When you share your plans, you put pressure on yourself to deliver. Now, instead of moving in silence, you're moving with eyes on you. Every step is watched, every misstep magnified. Every setback feels bigger, every delay becomes gossip. The world is quick to remind you of what you said, and even quicker to point out when you fall short. The noise can drown out your motivation if you let it. The best way to build your dreams is quietly, without an audience. Let your results be your announcement. Work in the shadows, and let your achievements shine in the light. The less you say, the more power you keep. Now, I keep my plans to myself until they're done. I've learned that silence is a shield, protecting my dreams from unnecessary negativity. There's less negativity, less doubt, and a whole lot more peace. My circle got smaller, but my confidence grew. I found strength in solitude and clarity in quiet moments. If you want to achieve something big, don't broadcast it. Move in silence. Let your success make the noise. Let your actions speak so loudly that words become unnecessary. The first secret you need to take to the grave? Your plans. Guard them fiercely, nurture them quietly, and watch them grow beyond what anyone else could ever imagine. Robert was a good man who finally hit it big in his 50s. After years of hard work and sacrifice, he finally saw his dreams come true. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming, and for the first time he felt truly secure about his future. He celebrated, told everyone about his newfound wealth. At first, people cheered. Friends and family congratulated him, and it felt like everyone was genuinely happy for his success. But soon, the phone calls started. Old friends, distant relatives, all asking for help. Robert became a walking ATM. People he hadn't heard from in years suddenly wanted to reconnect, but their intentions weren't always pure. Some people only showed up when they needed something. They saw dollar signs, not the man. The more he gave, the more they asked, and the less they seemed to care about him as a person. Robert lost thousands, sometimes out of guilt, sometimes out of pressure. He realized most of those people weren't friends. They were just looking for a handout, not a real relationship. They were opportunists. Talking about money, how much you have, what you earn, what you own, changes how people see you. Suddenly, every conversation seemed to revolve around what he could do for others, not who he was. When the money runs out, so do the so-called friends. I've seen families torn apart over inheritance, siblings fighting over who got what. Money can turn even the closest relationships into battlegrounds, leaving scars that never heal. Money brings out the best and the worst in people. If you want to protect your peace, keep your financial situation private. The less you share, the less you invite drama and disappointment into your life. Save, invest, spend wisely, but keep it to yourself. Don't brag, don't complain, don't advertise. Your financial journey is personal, and not everyone needs to know your business. The less they know, the safer you are. Robert eventually drew a line and stopped sharing every detail. He learned to say no, and with time, he found peace in his boundaries. He rebuilt his circle with people who valued him, not his bank account. True friends stuck around, not because of what he had, but because of who he was. If you want to avoid being used, remember, your money is your business. That's secret number 2. Take it to the grave. Protect your wealth, and you'll protect your happiness. Protect your blessings by protecting your privacy. In the end, your peace of mind is worth more than anything money can buy. Pain is heavy, and sometimes you just want to put it down. It can feel like a weight you carry everywhere, pressing on your shoulders, making every step harder than the last. Helen went through a rough patch. Divorce, job loss, illness. Life seemed to pile on, one hardship after another, until she felt completely overwhelmed. She opened up to anyone who'd listen, hoping for help, or at least a little understanding. She thought sharing her pain would lighten the load. At first, people were sympathetic. They offered hugs, kind words, and a listening ear. But over time, invitations dried up. The phone stopped ringing, and the support faded away. She became the one with all the problems. Her pain became her reputation, and people started to keep their distance. People respect strength and resilience. They admire those who can weather storms and still stand tall. When you share your pain with the wrong audience, you risk becoming a burden in their eyes. Not everyone is equipped to handle your vulnerability. Some people just want the gossip. They listen, not to help, but to have something to talk about later. Others see your vulnerability as weakness. They judge, even if they never say it out loud. Only a select few can hold your pain without judgment. These are the rare souls who offer true compassion and understanding. Those are the ones you keep close. The rest, let them see your smile, not your scars. Protect your heart by choosing your confidants wisely. When you share your pain, do it wisely. Not every ear deserves your story, and not every heart can hold your truth. Choose people who can help, not just listen. Seek out those who offer support, guidance, or healing. Therapy, faith, a close friend. These are safe spaces. In these places, your pain can be met with empathy, not judgment. The world at large doesn't need to know what keeps you up at night. Your deepest struggles are not for public consumption. Helen stopped oversharing and found strength in privacy. She learned that some battles are best fought quietly, with dignity. The respect she lost, she regained, because she learned to carry her pain with dignity. Your pain is personal, and how you carry it shapes how others see you. Share it with healers, not gossipers. Let your story be safe in the hands of those who truly care. That's the third secret to take to the grave. Guard your pain and let it make you stronger, not smaller. Don't let your struggles become your identity. You are more than what you've endured. Show the world your strength and keep your pain in trusted hands. In the end, your dignity and resilience will speak louder than your wounds. We all have a past. Barbara made a mistake, an affair she deeply regretted. She confessed to friends, hoping for understanding. Instead, she got judgment and cold shoulders. Her mistake became her label. If you hand your past to the wrong person, they'll use it against you. Some confessions don't bring freedom, they bring chains. The world isn't always forgiving, and people rarely forget. When you share your past, you give others power over you. Growth is personal. Your past is the soil, but you are the flower now. The fourth secret? Guard your past. Share it only if it brings healing. Some things you take to the grave, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. William had a friend who confided in him. In a careless moment, William let that secret slip. The friendship was over. Trust shattered. When someone trusts you with their secret, they're handing you a part of themselves. If you break that trust, you break the relationship. Guarding someone else's secret is a test of your character. It's about respect and being someone people can rely on. William lost more than a friend. He lost his own sense of integrity. If you can't keep someone else's secret, you can't expect anyone to keep yours. The fifth secret? Guard other people's secrets with your life. If someone trusts you enough to let you in, don't ever let them down. Secrets are sacred. Respect them and you'll be respected. Betray them and you'll regret it for a lifetime. Most people talk too much. They share too much. The more you say, the more you risk. The world doesn't need to know everything about you. A little mystery is a good thing. Peace comes to those who practice silence. If you want strong relationships and a peaceful life, say less. Every secret I shared cost me something. Every time I kept something close, I gained strength. So remember these 5 secrets. Guard your plans, your money, your pain, your past, and other people's secrets. Protect your peace by protecting your privacy. Your silence is your shield.